everybody. Welcome to this episode of iComputer TV. Here with me today are Fernando and John, and they are two of iComputer's primary technicians. Today we're going to talk about Windows 8. It's the new operating system that Windows is coming out with, and it's scheduled to hit the market. The rumor, at least, is that it'll be hitting the market on October 26th, so it's right around the corner. Looking at the screen right here, I can tell that it's completely different from anything I've ever seen in a Windows PC. Can you guys tell me a little bit about how it functions and just sort of help get me prepared for what I'm going to be dealing with now that I have this new operating system? Like, how do I get to Internet Explorer?
Well, when you boot up the computer, you get into the Start tiles. This is also called the Metro screen. And you'll see the familiar E for the Internet Explorer logo. So all you have to do is click on the Internet Explorer tile, and then it brings you to Internet Explorer. It's going to be a little different because the address bar is on the bottom instead of the top, but everything else is going to be familiar to any other Windows user.
Okay, great. So if I wanted to go to my Hotmail account, for example, I could just type it down here and enter, and that's just going to take me to Hotmail just like normal. Wow, there it is. It's super fast too. That's fantastic. Now that I'm in Hotmail, how do I go back? How do I, let's say that I wanted to go see my pictures. Maybe I'm going to email a friend some of my photos. How would I get to my pictures, John?
Well, first, we would have to actually go back to the Metro screen. You get there by dragging your mouse down to the bottom left of the corner of the screen. Then you're going to find your Pictures app in the Metro, and then you'll have all your pictures that you've stored on your computer. You'll have ways to import them from cameras. You'll also be able to upload them to Microsoft SkyDrive, which is like a cloud-based method of storing photos.
So everything will be stored here, and wow, I can see that I can edit things as well. That's perfect. That's super cool. Now, what if I wanted to use Windows Media Player? How do I get to that? What's the special functionality of it? Can you guys show me where that is?
Certainly. So we'll go back to the lower left corner to get to the Start menu. It's a little different because you have the tiles and you're wondering, where are all your applications? So when you right-click on the open space on the Metro screen, you'll see a little blue bar come up, and on the lower right corner it'll say All Apps. And then this is where sort of the Start menu section of the Metro. And then we can locate the Windows Media Player, and there's your familiar Windows Media Player right there.
And what if I wanted to actually buy music? Or buy any apps or anything like that?
Okay, so if you want to do that, go back to the Start menu again, and then we're going to go over to the Music section, the Music tile.
Oh, so there's like a special app just for that.
Exactly. And this will bring you to the Xbox Music.
Wait a minute, Xbox, I'm not a gamer. That's I just want to buy apps and some music and stuff.
Well, this is sort of a whole integration. Xbox is basically expanding beyond the video game market and now expanding to video and music as well, sort of competing with the iTunes Apple Store.
Neat, very cool. So what if I just want to write a letter, or maybe I have to build a spreadsheet budget or something like that? Where would all of my Microsoft Office stuff be stored?
Again, we go back to the Metro screen.
And Metro screen, I see that and it says Start. Does Metro screen mean Start basically?
Yeah, it's a lot like your starting point for the day.
Okay.
Whenever you turn your computer on, it's going to come right to it.
Okay.
When you first install Windows 8, you're going to have certain software show up in the Start menu. Not everything that you want to use may be in here, but you can easily add it by going to this All Apps bar that Fernando talked about earlier and finding the one you want to add, right-clicking it, and selecting Pin to Start.
Oh,
brings
okay.
it back to the start.
So that makes it easy to get to the things that I use the most.
Now
Nice.
there it is.
Perfect. So then we just, open it up and start working like normal?
Yep. Acts as a sort of a shortcut.
Fantastic. Now, this screen is super bright because we just loaded this. I don't really like to have such a bright screen, it kind of strains my eyes. Where's the control panel, and how do I get to the place where I can actually adjust the settings on my computer? I don't know, if I ever wanted to do a disk defrag or something like that, where would I do all of that?
So the control panel is a little different location. So Windows 8 seems to have the hot corners where you have something going on in each corner
Yeah.
or the sides. So on the right side, you'll actually have what's called the charm bar. And if you click, and when you put the cursor over the right, you'll have a black bar, and you'll click on settings.
Okay.
And once inside settings, this will bring you sort of like a precursor to the control panel, and this is where you have access to the control panel, personalization, where you can change your desktop,
Got it.
desktop wallpaper, and PC information, and help. And so actually right here, right by the volume, you can actually change, you can adjust the volume, brightness right here.
Oh, that's much better. And so control panel, is that where I would find disk defrag and all the things that I used to do just like as a good PC owner, all the maintenance stuff?
It's not going to be located there. We can actually find disk defrag real quick if we click on the start menu and just start typing in disk defrag.
Oh wow, so it actually brings up a whole search menu when you just start typing on it. That's super easy.
Exactly.
Fantastic. This is a lot different than how all the other Windows programs have operated, and I've actually also heard that it's sort of geared towards touchscreen PCs, and I've heard that Windows is coming out with a whole new line of touchscreen PCs, possibly on the 26th, sort of to go in concert with Windows 8. Can you tell me anything about how the touchscreen PCs and Windows 8 are going to work together?
Certainly. One of Microsoft's flagship products is going to be what's called Surface, and it's basically a tablet PC, kind of a competitor with the iPad. And as you can see, it'll run Windows 8 quite easily by having so many easy sort of touch features. For example, if we were on the desktop, we could easily swipe it away by going up to the top middle, just dragging it down to the bottom right.
And so I would do that with my finger and just
Exactly.
swipe it. Neat.
The mouse kind of acts as a person's finger in this sense.
Oh, that's perfect. So right now you guys are both using mouses or mice to move things around, but in theory the three of us could just be pointing and touching and swiping things away as we want.
Yeah, and we can definitely see a lot of multi-user functionality in the future with these kind of products.
That is really cool. I'm excited to play with one of those. Well, I've heard that for best performance, Windows 7 actually has to be removed before you put Windows 8 on. And so you want to actually do a clean install of Windows 7, then install Windows 8. And Fernando and John here are actually going to be really generous. If you come into iComputer, if you have any questions, come in, talk to them about it. And if you come in and actually mention this episode of iComputer TV, you'll get $20 off the cost of your installation. Thanks so much for being here today. So